Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Hebrew Israelites talks Oklahoma. Once again, prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, head to the east. Giving all praise glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rahakadash. Thank you, Hebrew tongues, creating as the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to sisters and brothers like it's true. And shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and standing sure themselves approved. Shalom. Hey, I heard to talk to you today. Hey, the whole atmosphere, everything that's going on, war drums is beating. War drums are beating real hard right now. We got World War III is upon us, and then we also got war that's going to happen right here in Babylon the Great, because the government is going to turn on the people and create what they call martial law. They're going to create chaos so they can provide some stability, and then interact. They set up their, the MO to the TBZ. So, hey, we come to them, start us out with, this is Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And see, that really applies to us in this day and age right now, because the third woe is upon us. World War III is this, it can happen any day now. All it would take is for one missile to hit a NATO country, and it's on and popping, man. They want to say, I think Poland is next to get that work from Russia, and hey, we heard. And when the war hits, it's going to hit like everybody going to get involved. With Russia get involved, China going to get involved, India, South Africa, Iran, North Korea, everybody going to get involved. It's going to be a world war. And when the world war starts, guess what? Ain't nobody going to be trading amongst each other. Ain't going to be no foreign trade, or here goes some food, or I got, another product is coming, here you go. No, man, it's going to be shut up shop. And so you're going to be left with whatever you got. And see, another thing what Babylon the Great going to do, when they declare war, world war, they fight everybody abroad, the next thing Babylon the Great going to do is going to fight their citizens. They know it's over with. They're going to pull the plug on America. So they're going to end the Tuesday, their FEMA color list, and they're going to go door to door, round it up, specifically Yasharala. And the ones that got the testimony of Yahweh Yahushua, they're going to really seek to attack us. And at that time, if your mind and your spirit ain't built for this war, you won't fold. Like I said, 2/3 ain't ready for this, man. They ain't even paying attention. They don't even know what's going on in World War. They don't even know what's going on overseas. They too busy turning up for the 4th of July. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to get drunk. All that. And look, that's another spiritual thing. It's the 4th of July, man. It's going to be all kind of banging, pow, pow. So Esau came in with war. Esau going to go out with war. That's why Yahweh Shah is bringing war. And that's to destroy the hegemony of Esau and to get rid of his power structure. So that, hey, look forward to that. That's about to come. And I'm going to pull out. Y'all got some y'all to pull? I might go to the next one.
I got one real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 10. And it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them in a mighty hand and stretch out my arm to smite Egypt with plague as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And it says, verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
All right, that's it. Woo, you hear that? Hey, and you got to think about it. Babylon the Great represents ancient Egypt. This is the same place. That's why you read another scripture say it calls this place spiritually Egypt and spiritually Sodom. So just like he destroyed ancient Egypt back then, he's about to destroy Babylon the Great the same way. And then like now we can see that destruction coming. Because you can see their enemies lining up. You can see Russia lining up. You can see China lining up. And then they're going to make the beast, which is NATO, they're going to turn around and line up too. They over there struggling to provide natural gas to their citizens.
Another part to add up to it in verse 10, 2nd Ezra verse 10, he said, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And that's going back into what I just mentioned earlier, is that Babylon the Great, while their city is getting destroyed, they're going to try to destroy the nation of Israel. Okay, that's where the FEMA camps are going to come in at. All the Walmarts they're shutting down, they're going to turn those into concentration camps. Okay, so that's what it means right there, my people being led to the flock into the slaughter.
I want to elaborate that on what you said right there on that point too. I can see what they're going to do is see, and they go specifically to the 2/3. The 2/3 don't know what's going on. So when all hell break loose, they're going to go on the radio or come to this Walmart facility, come to this facility, you'll be safe. And hey, just like a pig going to the slaughter, the 2/3 they gonna go right there and they gonna shut the door like, oh yeah, we got about 2,000, 3,000, go ahead and strap them up and then go ahead and torture.
Matter of fact, you even elaborate even further, even the post office. Because there's somewhere in the martial laws or whatever, the post office, they said that people can go to the post office. You already know the post office is already set up as a concentration camp. You look in those gates where those vehicles are, they got the barbed wires at the top. All of that's pretty much another concentration camp as well too.
A big one too.
Yep.
So they already got the camp set up. FEMA camps, the detention centers, they already set up, ready to go. And the other thing Babylon the Great is waiting on is when the enemies come in, the foreign troops, when China invade, because they say Russia already setting up in South America right now. They're gonna come in right through that open border, probably disguised as migrants. They're gonna be disguised as Northern tribe. They're gonna come out, super slock them, and start cleaning up the National Guard. National Guard gonna get wiped out first. Yep. Them little kids ain't ready, man. They the weakest army, man. Like if you talk to your veteran, they'll tell you the National Guard is the weakest. They not well trained. Like I have stories with veterans. They told you that they got mad when they had to go train the National Guard because they don't know nothing. They don't know how to survive for themselves. So what makes you think they're gonna be able to guard a nation? That's what they're supposed to be doing. Plus, they're children. I be looking a lot of people sign up for the National Guard to get like college aid,
right?
Get little benefits and discounts. They ain't ready to shoot nobody. And then it's wartime coming because they all getting called in right now. There's some that working my job, they getting called in. I seen a thing on Yahweh Maccabees his page where Edomite was like his cousins that's in the military, they all getting called up. They about to get deployed. Then you got creepy Joe Biden already said they about to increase from 80,000 troops to like 300,000 troops and put them over there on NATO's border because they're getting ready to go to war, man. Putin's about to come on with it. So wartime is hit. It's in. And if you a Jake in the military, you're going to your death, man. Straight up. Because the war is going to climax to going to war with your Howard shot. And you sure as hell ain't going to win that. So I got a precept while we talk about Russia and China because that's their red horse. Their red horse been given a great sword. Which, let me not get ahead of myself. Put it on now. This is Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So look here, man, Russia, which they were when the brothers went into it, goes in a ruckus. They about to bring the noise, they about to bring that ruckus, And they got China backing them up. China and Russia, both their militaries are red, man. Both their colors are red. That's their red horse. A horse goes symbolizes the power. So China and Russia getting together, that's power. That's more powerful than Babylon the Great. That's why they're over there shaking in their boots. And they really don't want to put no troops in Ukraine because really they scared of Russia. They scared of China because their militaries are really strong. Because like here in the scripture says, it was given to him a great sword. That sword bigger than Babylon the Great. Russia got the most devastating nukes, the ICBMs. They number one, China's number two, Babylon is number three. And then look, they did an ICBM test in Iowa and that mother blew up. They might be behind Iran, might be behind North Korea. But they're over there gearing their stuff up. Their stuff is new. Babylon the Great stuff is old. Your stuff set up all old, past expiration date. Hey, you ain't fired that sucker up since 1940s. And you fired up, that mother blew up. So now they're like, damn, we ain't got as much nukes as we thought. That's why, what's this say? The weak sound strong. That's why they're like, hey, man, this hoe, she perfect for the taking. She been smoking crack. They're going to meth, fentanyl. Her pimp don't like her no more. She's vulnerable. Let's go get her. We're going to ravish her, man. Fire up them rods, And that's what they're about to do, man. They said, and the power was given to take peace from the earth. Russia is destroying all the peace that was here, on the planet Earth, all the peacetime. Because Russia's about to kick off World War III. And then I heard, they said in the article, like, man, who was that? NATO secretary. I can't remember his first name. His last name is Stoltenberg. You already know what nation he's from. Yeah. Stoltenberg said that Russia's taking away all the peace from the earth, and we're scared. We're more scared than we've ever been in decades. So that was in the article, the lesson I just did, the latest one I did on World War III. The peace is getting took. Then they talking about because of the war in Russia and Ukraine, that people are starving because Ukraine provides a lot of grain and wheat to a lot of people. So, hey, man, that's that famous y'all promise right there. Then plus when war kick off, if China say no more trade, I ain't giving America nothing else, hey, it's going to be bad. America already destroyed 100 food processing plants. So if they don't get no more aid from China, hey, That famine gonna be in full bloom. And that's what's that gonna do. Then it's gonna be war of the people. It's gonna be food wars. You know, Jimmy Ray, Billy Bob, you know, they ain't got nothing to eat. And they look at Jake over there like, oh, little Ray Ray got, you know, packs of noodles, waters. Little Ray Ray eat good. I'm gonna do like my great great grandfather. I'm gonna go over there and just pop little Ray Ray in the head and take it. You know, this is my country anyway. What they say, manifest destiny. They gonna put their little patriot gear on. This is America.
Hey, I'm surprised they might put on their grandfather KKK man.
Hey man, put their hood on. Hey, they did that in Boston. They didn't put the hood on, but they put the white around their face.
Yeah.
You know, symbolic. That ain't nothing but a new age KKK. You know, I put that. Y'all seen that group chat in Boston? I'm gonna do, Lord, when I do a lesson on that. They marched through Boston because Boston now has a Moabite, I want to say mayor or secretary, something like that. Her name is Michelle Yu, and they was mad about that. So that old hatred. That's why I be telling Jake, if you over here kicking it with an Edomite, hang around an Edomite, hey man, you might get your death pretty soon, and ain't nobody gonna shed a tear for you. Cause like the devil, he gonna show himself. Go ahead, Art.
I got a quick one right here to back you up right here. Cause this is Zechariah chapter 13 and 7. Just like the ox said, man, Jake, 2/3, they not ready for it. And matter of fact, the stuff that we saying, they're not gonna believe it. So this is Zechariah 13 and 7. It says, "Awake, O sword." And okay, who have the power of the sword? Okay, and it says, "Against my shepherd." That goes to Yahshua, your 2/3. And it says, "Against a man that is my fellow, says the Lord of hosts. Might the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little one." Okay, so the little one is Yahshua, the so-called Negro, Latinos, and the Native Americans. Okay, the 2/3, the ones that don't want to take heed to this word, the Lord Yahweh Yahshua is going to wake up this sword against them. Okay, and who going to bring this sword? The Mede, which is Russia. Okay, China, and then it's going to trickle down to the KKK. No, Billy Bob, Billy Ray. Right?
And look, I like to say, smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. So they gonna try to come after us, hopefully, like men, you know, which we ain't worried about it. You know, he said, touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. So we like bring it on, Esau. So Esau gonna try to scatter the sheep of Yahweh Shah. That's not gonna work. Now, as far as like yo nigga leaders, your little TIs,
NFAC,
yeah, you little young thugger, they already got him locked up.
right?
Yeah, what's they do? Grandmaster Jay or the NFC, yeah. When they knock them off, all them about to scatter, man. Straight up. And then they ain't gonna have nothing to look for, because they ain't gonna have no hedge of protection. Because they not the men of the Lord. Most I don't give a damn about them. You know, he wants them to get knocked off. And I look like them devils got aggravated. You know? And so, hey, we looking at, hey, it's war coming. And like I said, with the right at that precept right there, man, Esau gonna look to knock off. Is he gonna try to lock off the leadership? He gonna look to scatter. What's that saying? Go divide and conquer. Right. Esau looking to do that. So your little church leaders gonna get knocked off. You know, your little basketball stars.
The church leaders, they help gather the sheep, right? About the
God.
And I might as well go ahead and read this next precept, but we bring it out all the time. It's Zechariah 13 and 8, and it says, "And it shall come to pass." And it shall come to pass in the outer land, says the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. So in verse 7, we just explained that sword, that basically what they're going to be cut off and die by. Okay, which is the missile, the modern day sword is the gun, and so on and so forth.
And why Esau like to sling that sword so much, you know, that's his blessing right there. And here goes Psalm 17 and 13. "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So Esau was set up to cut Jake's numbers down because he's known as the sword, you know. So and then they also call him the wicked. So we know they're talking about Esau right there. So if you're not in this house of David, if you don't have the covenant of Yahweh Shah, most likely you're gonna get knocked off by Esau, by the sword, or you're gonna die in that famine that's coming. One of those two. Or a pestilence might hit your butt. Because Esau throwing pestilence out there like nobody's business. They got to prep that up too. They said we're going to go into another medical lockdown. In that lockdown, they're going to go through this snatching people up. Then, if you stay 100 miles off the border or 100 miles from the international airport, the, what's that they call that? The Border Patrol?
Fourth Amendment right there.
Yeah, the Border Patrol have the right to go up in your house and take you from your crib or spoil your goods. They now have that right. And they say like a national security type of thing. So that's on the books. and they're gonna implement that. And there's Jake over here thinking everything's all hunky dory, not paying attention, not getting in the truth. Don't have a curtain be how about y'all shot, and like you gonna get your judgment, like I read out there, Zechariah 13:8. Because the election have attained what they was looking for. We got the truth. So when our hell break loose, we're not gonna be running around what I do? The lights is out. Oh, I got no water. We're not gonna panic, man. We already preparing for this. We anticipating this. We fortify our minds. We getting ready for war.
That reminds me of that scripture where it said, "My sheep hear my voice," right there. That's what the hope elect gonna be doing. They're gonna be listening to the voice of the Lord. How about me outside?
But
I got yeah, I got another one right here. This is a lot of the 2/3 also think that Yahweh Shai gonna come back and bring peace as well too. So I'm gonna bring out this is Matthew. Yep, Matthew chapter 10 and 34. And it said, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." Okay, and that sword is what Yahweh Shai is gonna come and bring war as well too. Okay, and he said in verse 35, he said, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." And it says, "And a man's foe shall be they of his own household." Okay.
So with that, that's all I want right there. You're gonna see family members fighting each other, friends fighting each other, and they're gonna do it because of what? Lack of bread and great tribulation. Because we're going to the perilous times, we're going to the evil days, the dark times, man. The lights go off. If your family ain't got a strong head and they fortified and the spirit of the Lord ain't there, it's gonna be all out chaos, man. Little Ray gonna be like, shit, I can take our little Tata and save on some noodles,
Right.
Or, what I'm saying? I can go over here and knock off little Deshisha. And you know what I'm saying? That's one less mouth to feed. He ain't gonna look if you have faith on Yahweh Shai like Yahweh Shai gonna feed me.
Right.
He ain't gonna be solidified and grounded in no faith. He gonna think of carnal means. Then like say if you already getting into it with your old lady or the man getting into it with her dude, when the shit get bad, he gonna man, I'm just off this shit. Ain't no 911.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier from starting camp, you got mothers already stabbing their daughters in the heart. So imagine when ain't no food. You got one out.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. It says, "A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, and a time of peace." And we're clearly in a time of hate and a time of war, man. Just like the brother just read, hey, the foes are gonna be those of your own household, and if you escape that, you're gonna have to run straight into Esau either. You escape that, hey man, we got foreign troops gonna be knocking at your door after a while. So you got it up.
I just say, even if you escape that, you're gonna have to worry about the damn animals too.
That reminds me of Amos 5, I believe, where it says it's gonna be like you escaped from a bear and the lion met you, and you escaped from the lion and you went into the house and leaned on the wild forest and the serpent bit you. It's gonna be all out hell and all out war coming up on this place, America, Babylon the Great, and the world. You got it up.
And they call it Chase Road. You ain't gonna have no peace and no safety. It's gonna be dangerous and death at every turn. Matter of fact, let's see what I got. I got something. It's gonna be all out chaos. That's what Jacob's trouble is. It's chaos. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, and your mind has to be ready for this. That's why this edification goes into building up. It's building us up and getting us ready for war. Because the Lord is a man of war. He's a warrior. He's making us warriors. You brothers and sisters that's watching this and getting edified. You're getting your mind built up. So when it happens, you're like, okay, I was briefed on this, and you can, you have some stability. That you still gonna have, you still gonna have to be on your toes and be circumspect, but you at least have stability to where you know what's happening. You ain't gonna run when you see a chariot outside.
This is Ephesians 6 and 11. "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil," man. You got to put on that whole armor, man. So that's what brother was talking about. If you were part of the whole full of leg, hey, you was building yourself up. You was putting on that helmet. You was building yourself up. You was putting on that breastplate. You was building yourself up. You was putting on them armbands. You was building yourself up. You was girding up your loins, man. So right. You got it out.
And I want to elaborate even further because it says you'll be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles goes into the strategy. Okay, so when Esau didn't put no snares and traps, you be able to avoid those snares and traps that Esau put up. And another thing is Yahweh Shah said, I will bring plagues upon the whole world. Okay, one of those plagues is the plague of the mind. But a lot of 2/3 are gonna get plagued with their mindset, like just like the Ozzy said, they're gonna knock off the plague, their own family member. They gonna thinking that their main mind plague that they're gonna be thinking of. Oh, okay, if I kill him off, that's more. That's one less mouth to feed. That's how they're thinking when it's time to get ready to come.
They're gonna lean on their own understanding. They're not gonna lean on the understanding of Yahweh Shah. Because then therefore they don't have faith. And without faith, you ain't got no hope. So when the Babylon the Great go down, they're gonna be hopeless. They're gonna do whatever comes to their mind. That's why I said this ain't a good time. Separate from a 2/3, man. You do not want to be around a 2/3 at this time because they're gonna get real carnal. They're gonna turn into like beasts on the field, like a dog.
If you go even further, because how about Shah said it was just like I just said, we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles of the devil also bring out demons. Okay, 2/3 are considered weaker vessels, and the demons actually attack people that's weak. So they trying to get inside those weak people just so they can make war on us, because they continue on making war on earth.
Yeah, the demons gonna, like I said, the demons gonna come out in people, man. Everything been suppressed, but you got what? Bread and circus, entertainment. Once that get taken away and the whole atmosphere is survival, man, whatever demons these people working with, they gonna display them, man. That's why you gonna see dudes that's games, they're gonna ravish women. Like I did a lesson on that. Eve got ravished, she around a bunch of freaking Ray Rays, the lights go out, and she got taken advantage of. And the men of the Lord been saying that that's gonna happen. We've been telling you to be holy and separate yourself from these 2/3 if you can. Because you don't want to be around them when situations get bad, because those are not solid men. They're not solid, like I said earlier, they got demons in them. When the opportunity presents itself, they're gonna act out on them demons. And Esau is a goddamn demon. Esau is the wicked. Like you said, like brought up. He the devil. So when this situation hit, he gonna look on who he can devour, Especially if he see a little Eve looking good, it's a gang of them, man, they gonna just snatch her up and take her. Or the little kids. Esau, he the wicked, man. He like little kids. They're gonna be taking people, eating them. Esau do cannibalism, drink blood. They some real life vampires. It ain't just no movie stuff. Esau get down like that.
That also made me think of this precept when you said that. It's Proverbs chapter 25 and 28. It said, he that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. And that's going into, somebody that have no self-control, nobody that have no restraint. So whenever all hell broke loose, that means those demons are going to come into them. And then he basically that city that's broken down without walls. Okay, anybody gonna take advantage of that person. Okay, so that's the point right there. So there's gonna be a lot of individuals they're gonna be like cities broken down without walls. They ain't gonna have no rule over their spirit.
I don't like you, bro. That's spiritual right there, man. They a weak wall, man. And see these little quiches, little hood chicks gonna start seeing it the hard way. I thought this dude was gangster. I thought he was solid. I thought he was a real nigga. When this happens, you gonna understand that a real nigga ain't nothing good. A real nigga gonna turn into a nigga. And a nigga, ain't nothing positive about a nigga. A nigga got demons in him. And he gonna act out on that. He gonna knock you off just to preserve some food. Or might sell you. Might barter your butt, to Esau. So y'all got food, I got this chick, man, y'all can have her.
That's all kinds of movies about that little situation, man. Yeah. In fact, the elder Malcolm did a lesson on the movie about that, man. He had this one Edomite was walking around with his female, and every time he had to go into a checkpoint, he basically passed her out, and they take her in the tent. That's the stuff that they were doing.
It's gonna happen, man. That's gonna happen when this thing get off, man. Them dudes ain't solid. Like I said, they not ready for war. Look, little Ray Rays ain't ready for no war, man. These dudes, man, they just take a covering of Babylon the Great, man. They do everything. That's why they only attack Jake, because they know Esau ain't gonna investigate that. They don't try to kill another Edomite. They ain't trying to go to jail like that. And they go kill, little flight from little 5'7", because Esau ain't gonna investigate that. Then he gets some little points from these little rats. But these 2/3 Jakes ain't ready. This is your average dude anyway. I said you got women scrambling for men. If he ain't a man of the Lord, he gonna get ran through. Most High gonna provide protection for the hopefully elect man, and that man owns it. Because what he got in him. He got the living waters. He got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding behind Bashar Shah. Therefore, he has value. Any other man ain't got no value. That little Federal Reserve note ain't gonna mean nothing when the dollar crash. Which people gonna bug out when the dollar crash. Gonna be wars on that. When the dollar crash, that Jake, he ain't gonna know what to do. He had 3,000 pounds of money just gone. So he gonna just look to knock niggas off. So I'm gonna pull this because hey, that's one thing that's gonna mess Jake up when they see all these dead bodies in the street and all these dead bodies everywhere, man. This is Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So, like the scripture said, it's gonna be dead bodies laid out everywhere, man. These military troops gonna pull people out. Hey, if you don't take this, take that mandate, blah blah blah. Leave that, go to the next. So you might get cast out your home. You might have to go rummaging for some supplies, and you can go see dead bodies all over the place, everywhere. You know, from either skirmishes from the military, people on people, you know, violence, and just anything, man. You're gonna hear women hollering at night, children crying. You know, it's gonna be hell on earth when Jacob's trouble pop off. And it said, with the spiritual called Sodom and Egypt. Man, the way the Lord overthrew Egypt, hey, he's gonna do the same thing about the great. It's gonna be even more spectacular. It's gonna go out with more of an explosion, because like back then they had ancient weapons. You know, maybe gunpowder, you know, little arrows, swords. Now hey, we got missiles, you know, radio frequency weapons, high frequency weapons. Everybody got guns, you know. People have machetes, you know. People know how to make pipe bombs. You gonna hear pipe bombs going off. Molotov cocktails. It's gonna be more. Everything's gonna be more crazy, man. It's gonna be this craziness out of this. Like, man, your mind got to be right for this, y'all, Shirley. It got to be right. So they look at us, man, the Lord, like, man, you acting emotionless, you acting heartless. No, man, the Most High numbing me up for what's to come. That's what he doing. That way I don't bug out because I see a couple dead bodies. I'll be walking down like it's a walk in the park because I knew it was coming. You know, but there's one should say 10,000 at my right hand, 5,000 at my left. We gonna be solidified. We're gonna walk through this thing like, hey, we got a goal in mind. We are doing to the end. We looking for the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. You know, 2/3 ain't got nothing to fall back on. Esau, he ain't got nothing to fall back on. He going into slavery. So Esau, he gonna go out hard. Esau gonna look to get a high number of Jakes when it's time for him to do his thing, you know.
I got a quick one right here to back you up. This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 14. And it said, wherefore hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh, ye scornful man that ruled his people which in Jerusalem. Okay, those are 2/3, the plantation Christian pastor. All right, and it said, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. Okay, and how you make a covenant with death without making a covenant with Esau either, because he represents death. Okay, just like I just brought out, he said, the red horse is gonna take peace from the earth. Okay, and he said, and with hell and are all like he said, and with hell and we are at agreement with the overflowing scorn shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge. Okay, and that's what he's talking about. The pastor that telling you lies. Okay, that basically help you scatter the sheep. And he said, under falsehood, we had hid ourselves. Okay, and he said, under falsehood we had hid ourselves. And he said, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, and a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Okay, and that's pretty much back up what I just brought out right there. All right, but we're not gonna be, bugging out in those times when we see those dead bodies.
We're gonna be leaning on that strong rock that we're talking about, that strong foundation. What's that? Yahweh Shah. We know Yahweh Shah got our back. That's one thing that separates us from the average man, the 2/3 out there, man. We know Yahweh Shah is for us. Yahweh Shah is dealing with us. That's how we able to go through these scriptures like that. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shah. So we going through, we gonna be like Yahweh Shah, he gonna come get us any minute. We gonna be waiting on something. Like when Jake is waiting on the bus, we gonna be waiting on Yahweh Shah. Therefore, we gonna have a sound mind. We gonna be like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta stack up. I got a doomsday prep. No, man. We got a savior coming. We got a spiritual savior coming. And that right there is creates a grand cane of a difference between your average 2/3 nigga and a hopefully leg man right there. Because Yahweh Shah like that, man. He gonna show miracles and wonders in this time to show his power. He gonna show himself to the people, man. How he gonna show himself to the people? By through his men. He gonna show it through his men, like, man, look, well, let me show you the protection I give him. Watch what I'm gonna show you what he gonna do. Watch what abilities I give this man. And then with that, we're gonna be able to protect whoever's around us at that time when all hell breaks loose.
And once you be able to see all of that, y'all about to be out shot. Say all you gotta do is believe. Believe in me.
He said, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. That scripture gonna go in a major way in the times to come. Then you're gonna know who the gold is and who ain't. You know, only certain women can see that now. But hey, how about Shashai is getting these women in order. He getting us in order, he getting the women in order. Everybody's starting to see who really got it. Everybody's starting to see where the truth is at. Like, Yashral is waking up. You got a lot of Israelites like, hold up, man, we the chosen people. They ain't probably got the correct doctrine, but they still, they on their way to awakening. The awakening is happening. You got some certain Israelites like, man, hold up. I think we the people of this book. I need to get on, I need to get on board and get right. They're starting to renew their minds. He's starting to set us in order. And that's what Esau is in great fear about. That's why all the hell is coming out. And Esau know he at the end. He got a better short time. Like, damn, Jake waking up. Y'all started waking up. There's more of them. I'm hearing y'all about shout more. Hey, man, bring this. Hey, cut this off. At the same time, they got foreign troops from overseas about to come on their neck, too. So Esau the big-time trick bag, man. He got enemies foreign and abroad. He got enemies within. Esau got a big L coming. Ain't no way for him to get out of it. And I'm going to bring this right here, since we're talking about NATO and the enemies that's abroad. This Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So NATO going to get scrambled up. NATO going to get knocked off, invaded, and then at that time, you going to have 10 kings that the Most High going to set up, and they're going to talk with the beast, and they're going to, have their power with the beast, and they're going to do what they need to do. And what they're going to do, they're going to say, you know what? This damn whore that's been riding us, she's the reason why we all messed up. Let's go attack that whore. And after they attack the whore, I'm going to keep on reading. It says, this Revelation 17 and 13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Which goes to NATO. And then it's Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords, King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So after they bang with each other, they're going to bang with Yahushua. And Yahushua going to give everybody the business. Hey, he going to show who really run it. It's going to take him 1 hour to knock everybody off. And he said, also those that are called and chosen. So not only Yahushua going to bang against, all these heathen kingdoms, hey, the 144,000 going to bang against them too. And the hope elect man going to bang against them.
Got it quickly. This is Jeremiah 50 and 20. It goes back to up. It says, Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I bring, with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms.
Woo, you hear that? And that's perfect. Perfect that back it up. So we're gonna be made battle axes, man. That's what said those are called and chosen and faithful. So we basically waiting on the Lord to get that spiritual power. We get that spiritual power. He said we're gonna do what? Break the nations, man. We're gonna have them like you're gonna see like Superman type of stuff. You're gonna think you're in a movie if you make it to that point to see the type of things that the men of the Lord are gonna be doing. And that goes with Psalms 2 and 8. Give you the heathen for inheritance. We should bash them like a potter's vessel. Man, y'all about your shots, men of the Lord gonna get down, man. That's when the river war really gonna kick in. And we're gonna turn the tide. Because then when y'all shall kick in and the men of the Lord kick in, everything gonna go back to our way. Everything gonna tip in our favor. And that's what we're gonna establish the kingdom of heaven. And that's why all this war is getting broke up for. War is coming up, it's bubbling up. Go to war with us who's faithful and chosen. That one that rides that white horse. I want to say.
I got another one that bagged up earlier. He said that the beast is going to turn on the Lord. And this is Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, I will stir up Egyptians against Egyptians, brothers will fight against brothers, and nations against and neighbors against neighbors, and kingdoms against kingdoms, man. That's them Esau on this side versus Esau on this side. That's pretty much what it is. NATO is just a bunch of Edomites that shit just clicked up together with a few other nations, man. A few other heathen nations. You got it,
NATO, that's Esau. Russia, that's Esau. They're going to click up, they're going to fight over here and Babylon Great. That's Esau. So when they say Egyptian first, who's the modern day Egyptian? The modern day Egyptian is Esau, man, your so-called white man. How you doing? Hey, they're going to bang against each other. They're going to go to war. And that's about to happen soon. That's going to bust up their whole power structure.
Oh, y'all have before that. We're gonna back both of y'all up. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It said, "Beat your plowshare into sword and your pruning hook into spear." And it said, "Let the weak say, I am strong." And it said, "Assemble yourself and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together around about, till the call thy mighty one to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round about."
You hear that? Come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's over there in the Middle East area. So that's why the Euphrates River.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's what the Lord doing now. He's gathering up all these nations together in the East right now. That's pretty much a fulfillment of this prophecy right here in Joel 3 and 8 down. What the brother just brought out, and that's the spirit. Cause I was about to bring that out. I was about to pull that. You got it.
So like I say, the Euphrates River's drying up, the Tigris River's drying up. Why is that river drying up? The river drying up so all them armies can gather up and they can fight each other. And they all gonna fight each other, and if they fight each other, guess who's gonna show up? Yahushua gonna show up. Then they gonna say, "Oh, alien invasion. We gotta come together. We gotta fight this foreign power." And man, Yahushua gonna whoop everybody, man. He gonna show them who really running. Man, the chariots gonna get busy. It's gonna like somebody Independence Day when this thing pop off.
And that's the spirit. Cause I was just thinking, you say all the rivers is dried up. I think, this is speculating that during that time, while they fighting in the midst of all those dry rivers, so when Yahushua come back, that's when you're gonna bring all that water back up.
Yep.
Wash them all out.
What's that? Ancient Egypt.
Yep.
They doing Exodus.
Yep.
They got washed away. They say he might get rid of them like that. Just one fell move. Boom. They out the way.
Because he said in 1 hour they're gonna be destroyed. Luke paraphrase.
So that's gonna be easy work, And that's why, like I said, man, all these NATO's clicking up, Russia clicking up, man. You got a lot of everybody. The battle lines have been drawn. All these nations coming together, shaking hands, making alliances. They getting ready for war, man. Everybody deploying troops. Everybody getting firing off their missiles, testing their missiles. They ain't doing that for no reason. They doing war drills. They getting ready to bang, man, in the water, in the air, and on the ground.
NATO just gained Sweden and Finland. That's right on the western coastal border of Russia, and then down below that is Ukraine. So NATO over here sending 300,000 troops, and that's why Putin is over there. He over there getting pissed, and he already said he's about to push the button with some nuclear shit if they did that type of thing. So the war drums is beating. You got it up.
Yeah, and they did it. They did it like, I don't care what you say. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click in anyway. So they said we was waiting any day now for a missile to hit, man. And once that missile hit, it's going to be breaking news. Everybody going to talk about it. And then Creepy Joe going to have no choice but to go to war, man. And if you're in the military, hey, you going. Straight up. They going to put that gun in your chest, put you on that plane, and you going straight to Europe, overseas, or the Middle East. You going somewhere over there to the ends of the earth, and you about to fight.
Even though Miss Independent gonna have a gun in her hand.
Yeah,
the sergeant gonna be like, "Go get Keisha and get her ready."
If you want to be crying, y'all we've seen one Keisha crying in the military. She's like, "I didn't think I was going to war, y'all. I just signed up to go to come. I wasn't think about y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. Like, hell, you shouldn't have signed up with your dumb ass. You thought that was. You just wear a uniform and think you cute. They showed her uniform twerking, so she thought it was a game. They said 2/3 they think everything a game. You signed up for the military. You signed your life over to Esau. If Esau gonna send you over there, he gonna send you over there. She go there crying. Y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. Now, for nobody told you to sign up for the military.
Made a company with that. And
they've been saying it forever since the 90s. A black man got no place to be in a white man's army. I've been hearing that when I was coming up.
That's in the 70s.
Yeah, but they just said it's in the 70s. I'm just saying the 90s I was hearing that coming up. As I come out the 90s, I'm like...
That was when my pop was in the army. He was saying, that's what they used to say back then.
Yeah, so come on, man. So you you going to war, man. And then like any Jake is setting up under any Edomite. They got an Edomite boyfriend, an Edomite girlfriend. When all hell break loose and the Edomite show you what it is, ain't nobody gonna show no sympathy for you.
The Edomite gonna choose their side. Like that's what you think it was.
Exactly, man. Especially like say Eve, she got her Edomite think she winning. Yeah. Man, wait till this thing kick off, man. You gonna call up Jerry and Jimmy, and they might ravish her and hang on the back. Ain't no more police.
Because the Edomite, it's on the possibility that Edomite do try to protect us. What about the other Edomites that gonna kill his ass and then take us?
And no, Esau, he a coward. He's scared.
Yeah.
He was like, shit, Keisha, you gotta go, Keisha.
Right.
they said it. I gotta live. I got children. You know, you gotta give her an excuse why she gotta go. And it's like that video we watched when we started camp, and that one Eve saying that. Now Eve's like, now they're starting to realize who's really gonna protect them, who really got their back. What man really resonates with them, what man really understands them, who they were made for. Now Eve's starting to understand that. Like, oh hell no, I can't get this motherfucker is the damn devil. You know? I watched a video way back a couple years where a chick was like, you probably seen it too, Kadar, where Eve was like, man, I finally seen it, man. He was the devil. She had a Edomite dude, and she was like, you probably met her too, Bayan. She was like, when I seen it, man, he was just so soulless, and he kicked me out, and I just seen the devil. Like, yeah, hell for now you see. So, hey, that's about to go down, and I don't feel sorry for any of our people that's joined unto them, man. You got little Edomite neighbors you all cool with. When the food get low, hey man, he coming right over there, tap, like Call of Duty, and take your stuff. You know,
you got to think about it. In this time, all the money ain't gonna mean nothing. So that's why the scripture says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath." Your petrol dollars, it ain't gonna mean nothing. So what people gonna be going to war for is the food, where you got gas, light, water. That's what's gonna be the commodities when it comes to this time. Matter of fact, I got a quick scripture to bring out. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. And it says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? Okay, this is Ezra talking about who's going to deliver us in those days. And this is how about Yahweh is going to deliver us out of this. Okay, in verse 18. And it says, the beginning of sorrow in great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, and the powers shall stand in fear. In the beginning of evil, what shall I do when this evil shall come? Okay, and what shall you do? And you call on Yahweh, you gear up, put on the whole armor of truth. Okay, put on the whole armor of the Most High. Just like the Ark of Darkness brought out earlier. That's what we're supposed to do. That's the reason why we are here. Okay, we're searching for the whole elect to come back to the fold. We got
to don't pull this out to go up. Kind of go with Akbar out too, which brought out earlier, going to Joel chapter 3. All them is gathering up. Check it out. This is Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And who is that they making war against and sat on that horse? That's talking about Yahweh Shah. Because he comes on that white horse. White goes into pureness. That's why Esau want to call himself white. He want to present to the world like he's pure or something. But really, Negro, you pinkish red. Yep. You the red man. Your ass is wicked. Ain't nothing pure about you.
The first individual that ever committed identity crime.
Yeah, straight wickedness is all on you and your glory, So that right there showed you that like all these the militaries, these heathen militaries, they gathered to fight against Yahweh, man. They're gonna try to fight against him, and they all gonna lose. They all gonna get thrown down. That's why, and when these heathens get thrown down, they ain't gonna have no more weapons. None of their weapons. They're gonna go into perpetual slavery to us. They were born to be the slave labor to Yahshua. When I really look at the big picture of it, Akil, and the whole reason why, certain nations are born, the heathen nations are born to serve us. They're going to serve us in the kingdom. That's the labor force. And we're going to split it up depending on, their nationality, You might have, Ham might be able to walk in the palace and be like a little butler and be in the house, but Esau going to be tied up in the back like a dog. They're going to be on the lowest level, You might have a little Moabite be a little taskmaster, walk around, give you a little massage. They already do that anyway, You might have Ishmael out there building stuff. He working on stuff. They good architects, and Esau out there doing the hard, getting whipped and doing the dirt grunt work of the work. That's why they were born. The nation is born to serve us, and they're going to serve us.
He's basically man. Esau going to be bringing out the material for the other heathen.
Yeah, he's going to be out in a little dog house, little pig pen. That's what I'm going to have for mine, and breed them like they're going to be like cavemen. They're going to be dirty, nasty. Hey man, your Edomite show do stink, man. Take them way back yonder. So hey, that's why the nations is born. They're gonna serve us in the kingdom. And then when they get knocked down like that, they're not gonna have no more weapons. You ain't gonna see no Ishmael making some ICBM.
Scripture. This is Isaiah 2 and 4. It says he will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many people. It says they will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations will not take up swords against nations, nor will they train for war anymore. So, hey, the Lord's gonna have us judging over many people, many nations. We're gonna be rulers over them, like the brother said, and we're gonna make them beat their swords into plowshares and pruning hooks. That means they're gonna be in the fields sowing our crops and shit like that. There's gonna be a total role reversal from the slavery days that they put into us. Did to us. You got it out.
To even elaborate on that point even further, that also proved that the ones that's over there not laying out are the phonies, because it says we would learn of no war anymore. Okay, so we're in war right now, so that lets you know that Yasharala is not in his rightful place. Now, matter of fact, I got another quick one right here. They're gonna go into it. This is Luke chapter 12 and 32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." Okay, and that's the point right there. It is basically Yahweh Shah made a world for our sake. That's why that's what the Yahweh was going into. Yeah,
I like, man, that was spiritual, man. I put that precept at the back of what I said. Beautiful. So this ain't not what I say. This ain't my saying. This is the saying of Yahweh Shah. He said that's how it's going to be. And what we doing is conveying the scriptures to the sheep. And I brought that out. That's how it's going to be, man. They not going to have no more weapons. He the next going to serve us. That's why they about to go to war now. Because all the war instruments about to get used now. And I brought it in scripture. When we start beating these nations down and get them out of subjection, they're going to be doing agriculture, farming. Then, like, the world's going to be at peace at that time. Because Yahshua going to be in power. We're going to rule in righteousness. Ain't going to be no need to have ICBMs and have GMO food and poison chemicals and all that, because Esau ain't going to be ruling no more. Because Esau don't know how to rule because he's a fool. You know, he's a violent man. And all he does is think of mischief and wickedness and how he can gain some money or, get over somebody. We don't think like that. So that right there shows you, hey, man, they're going to, like, the heathens going to like it. Only people that's really going to really hate it is Esau. But Ishmael, they're going to be cool with that. Moab going to be cool with that. Ham going to be cool with that.
Matter of fact, if you think about it, because that's why Esau is the border of wickedness. That's his lot. That's where he is. He's wicked. He's pure wicked. That's why he's the border of wickedness. He can't pass that border and go over to righteousness. Right?
He's the basis of all men. And he's going to go to his level. He's supposed to be the base at the bottom. So everybody going to look at Esau, point and laugh and scorn at them like, yes, I'm glad your ass is in slavery. Good job, Yasharala. Y'all going to whip them some more? Because like right now, everybody love Esau. When it flip, go right side up, everybody going to hate Esau. We going to hate Esau, and all the others going to hate Esau too. And it's going to be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Just like they try to make it now, it's a bad thing to be a Jacob. When the kingdom comes, it's going to be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Everybody going to be that. It's going to probably have public floggings, go through and just be whipping them. It's going to have little carnivals. You pay, little gold shekels, throw some little stuff at them, whip their back.
What they did to our Jake babies, man.
Yeah, that dodgeball, yeah, kind. It's gonna flip, it's gonna reverse, and it's gonna be, hey, knock the Edomite teeth out. Wow, the metal iron ball.
Man, I was also thinking when I was elaborating on your point, you said we're gonna rule the world in righteousness. That's like pure peace, like straight peace to the point where, like, even the animal is not even gonna be attacking people. Like that's the peace that we're talking about. Right now, we don't have it because Esau is ruling.
The vibration is messed up on the planet Earth. The harmony, everything is off. Whole nature is off. That's why you got trees dying at the wrong season. The coral reef is bleaching up. Man. Oh, you showed. I might do a lesson on that. That one you showed with the two fish tanks.
Yep.
And one had no oysters in it. It was all dirty and messed up. The other tank had oysters in it. It was all clean and pure.
Yep.
I said Esau eat up all the. He go against the law.
Basically, how about me outside say he's gonna destroy them with to destroy the earth.
And he does.
And he's destroying the earth by picking up all the animals that's supposed to clean the earth. Okay.
All right. So that's what we welcome war. War is to take Esau out of power. And everybody's gonna be happy when Esau's out of power and goes to his rightful place, which is at the bottom, which is the base man. That's why war is coming. We're not ducking and dodging and hiding like, I hope they get a peace deal. I hope somebody knock Putin off. I don't want war. We want war. We want war to happen. We want World War III to pop off. We ready for this war. That right there makes us different than your Pookie and Ray Rays. Your two-thirds want peace. They want to stay in Babylon the Great in the prison.
And it's like, I ain't gonna say it mind boggles me, but it's just like the 2/3 they out here, they do all kinds of wickedness every single day. But when it comes to the World War III, they don't want it to happen. Like, what sense does that make, man? And it shows you how hypocritical the 2/3 are. They'll pop off and do war against their own people. But when it comes to their country, Babylon the Great, they don't want that to happen. They don't want to see the fall of Babylon the Great.
Hey, that's dumb. They want to stay in prison. They don't even know what's going on. Like, they've been programmed to think I'm supposed to kill my own, push the drug, and go rap about it, make a freestyle.
Right.
And then go hit a little Keisha. That's life for a 2/3 right there. And that's all they know. And so with this big war coming, that's gonna ruin their stability, because they get their stability from Babylon the Great. So with this big war coming, that's gonna take away their peace and comfort. They're not ready for that, man. Which shows they ain't really bad like that. Like I said, they only good at killing another Jake.
Right.
When it's time to put in war against a big enemy, a giant like Esau, he gonna cower up because he's just like his master. 2/3 Jake is just like a minion for Esau. He's the same. They come in the same spirit. He ain't really got it like that. He ain't brave. You don't take bravery to get a gun and go shoot another Jake. And most time they shoot another Jake, they try to catch him slipping. They wait till his back is turned, or he with his family. Then they get it. They don't go head up.
What's that nigga's name? NBA Young Boy, what they call that song? Whitefoot Creek.
They creep.
Yeah,
they creep up on them, man. They don't just go head up and go shot for shot. Jake looking, he do like Esau. He sneak, man. But all them about to be done away with, man. That's all to the power and glory you have about y'all shock. I'm tired of 2/3. I'm tired of Esau.
And that come in that spirit of that serpent right there, man. Because the serpent, what does the actual serpent does? They ain't gonna come to you head up.
Well, creeping that grass, man. Gradualism. Slowly creep up on you. He wait to get in striking distance.
Right.
Then he come with the quickness. They say he move quietly and slow. And that's how Esau, yup. They don't do that outright. I know that Esau got more and more knowledge about how to deal with our people. They racist, he went undercover. Right. They used to be out with it in the 40s and 50s. They seen us coming together. They Black Panthers like, oh shit, we making them stronger. They coming together. Okay, let's act like we with them, act like they cool, and we're gonna do it on the undo. And that way we can do it good. Then we get in all their businesses, run their business deals. We can upstart authority. They come in our little, gatherings. I say do it like this. Throw a little monkey wrench in your engine. Turn each other gay. Hey man, little Ray Ray's rims is bigger than little John John's. I think you should be the head dude. And then right there, hey, what they sow discord among brethren? Yeah. That's what Esau do. Yeah. One of his little evil tactics. So there you go, man. That's why they deal carefully with them. They did like Pharaoh. Remember Pharaoh said we should deal carefully with these people because they're more mighty than us. That's the same thing that Esau did. And now Esau, hey, they about to go at each other's head because of a lack of bread, a lack of resources, supplies. They say we've been killing Jacob this time. Now I want to kill each other. And that's what's on the play right now. They talking about black on black crime. Oh, they killing each other. Okay, so what's about to be World War III about to be? Same thing. Water, and then like Jake do that on the neighborhood status. That's low level stuff. When Esau do it, hey man, hey, that's blowing stuff up. Hey, everybody suffer when Esau crowd go. Esau drop bombs.
Yeah, think about that bombing back in the day with that church where they blew up them 7 little girls. They blew up that church back in the day. This when Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was all on the scene.
They bomb churches here, right where we standing at. They bomb these churches.
It's no excuse for you to be still trusting in Esau because they have a history. They have a track record of all the wickedness that they've done. But you can put up any little 10 years back, Esau did some wicked. Another 10 years, it don't matter. Every decade, Esau did something that was wicked.
Every year.
Yeah, basically every year, kind.
They do wickedness every day. I can't go to sleep without doing some wickedness.
Right. But y'all want to trust in oppression.
That shows they foolish, man. That's why y'all call them silent. Check, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Psalms 9:3. When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. That's about to go into play. That's future prophecy, man. When we get that power from Yahweh Shah, enemies gonna turn back. They're gonna fall, they're gonna perish. I'm gonna hit number 4. But thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne, judging right. So there goes for all this fight for righteousness, man. They're saying right there, we maintain the righteousness, we maintain the laws of commandments best of our ability. We maintain the doctrine. You know, we did the works. We endured to the end. Lord, when we do that? And then we hit number 5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. And that through the power of Yahweh Shah, we're going to be able to carry that out. Because we already rebuking them now. We're telling Esau where you wrong at. We're telling Moab where you wrong at. We're telling Ishmael where you wrong at. We're telling Ham where you wrong at. We're rebuking them. We're telling them we the people of the Most High. And the minute Yahweh Shah turn back, hey, we about to crack your heads. You know? And then we're going to put their name out forever. They're not going to be ruling nothing. They're going to have no name in the streets. They're going to have, you ain't going to see them on the billboards and see them all, plastered up everywhere. None of that, man. We're going to be ruling. They're going to be underlings under us. And the wicked going to be destroyed, man. After 1,000 years, going to be none of the remainder of the house of Esau. I'm going to read number 6. And thou enemy, destruction shall come to a perpetual end, and thou destroy cities. The memorial is perished with them. So World War III is happening to destroy all Esau's memorial. All his streets, all his monuments, all his structures, all they going to get blew up. When ICBM thermonuclear missiles go off in his church, blow everything up. And then we, spoiling them, beating them down. Esau ain't going to have no more, look back like I built that. He ain't going to have nothing. I'm going to hit 7. But the Lord shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. World War III is prepping judgment. Judgment is about to go forth. That's the end result of everything. That's the solution. It's judgment. Only way to fix 2/3, judgment. Only way to get rid of this heathen, judgment. That's what's going to smooth everything out is the judgment of Yahweh Shah. And that's what we're patiently waiting on right there. That's what it said. The Lord shall dwell there forever. Our kingdom is going to be perpetual. It's going to dwell forever because we're going to keep the laws and commandments perfectly in there. It's going to be on our inward parts. We're never going to offend him again. Therefore, he's never going to put us out of the sight. We're going to please him all the time. So check it out. And I'm going to read 8. And he shall judge the world in righteousness. It shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. So he's going to judge the world in righteousness, man. When this judgment go out, that's going to be a righteous thing. When you destroy Esau, that's going to be a righteous thing. That's what we're prepared for. That's what we're ready for. That's what's about to go down. That's what's about to happen. World War III is prepping judgment for Esau. The 2/3 and all the heathens that ain't with Yahweh Shah. And it says, number 9, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Who's oppressed? Man, the children of Israel, we're the ones that's oppressed. We oppressed by this damn devil. We oppressed by his enchantments. He even make our women that oppress us. Everything in this kingdom is oppressed because it's wickedness, man. You can't even like really raise your children the way you want to, because everything is wicked in the atmosphere. You ain't hardly got no rights.
Even if you try to raise your kids, they're gonna try to find a way to take them from you.
Exactly, man. Teach them all kind of little crazy, little obscene things, and it's like you get no rest here, man. It's wickedness everywhere you look. You ain't got dominion over your woman. We ain't got no sovereignty here. We ain't got no money, no military, no money infrastructure. We ain't got that. What's that one dude's name? Clyde Anderson. He been trying to he been trying to establish that he can't, because he ain't realized yet that Negro, to establish a monetary infrastructure, you need rulership. You're not gonna get that. Esau got rulership, so we ain't got no money infrastructure, and we don't have nothing here, man. All we got is this word. All we got is the spirit of Yahweh Shah and his life that he's given us. That's all we got, man. Shit, we ain't got no women. Our women listen to Esau more than us. Esau can say one little thing on the news or on the job or whatever, and they okay, yes. We say something, they nigga, nigga this, they gonna get the popping at us.
You need to go to the doctor when Esau say go to the doctor. All of this bullshit.
I call Esau on you.
Right.
You do too much, call 911 or call Esau on you. So we ain't got dominion over our women, over our children. They say you give your child a whooping, he go tell the school or something. Shit, they come and child services take your child away.
Even Eve don't think you can can whoop your own child.
God. So this is happening so we can get sovereignty, so we can get dominion. We tired of being up under this devil. Unlike the 2/3, we have wisdom, and we know who the problem is. It's Esau. So he has to come out of power so we can be in power, so we can rule again. Then we can establish things. We can establish righteousness. We can establish order. You know, we can get the world back right again. Esau done made the world sick because they're stupid. You know, they don't know what they doing. They wicked, man. You know, so we need the world to get back right. The only way it's gonna get back right, let Esau attack each other. I said, you got dumb Jakes talking about, man, don't do that. Y'all don't fight. Stop it. Peace. Man, I hope you get popped too. Let these devils fight, man. That's gonna bring me joy to see another devil put another devil to death. I'm tired of seeing Jake put Jake to death. Let these devils put each other to death.
That's another thing. Like, why you even trying to stop them? They used to get excited. They used to laugh when they killing one another, man. The so-called black on black crime, man. They used to laugh at that.
They set it up.
And now,
that's a set up game.
When Esau Edom get ready to kill each other, now you want to stop it. You want to say, yo, y'all need to have peace. Come on each other, man. That's why we fuck the 2/3, man.
I don't know. Hey, let's say I'm ready for them to bang, man. I got more free parts. Y'all got more free stuff?
Yeah, I got one more, man. You said a whole lot, man. You pretty much broke down Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Okay, and you know, the Pan State Christian Church, we broke it down last week. You know, they try to say it's an angel, but that's Esau Edom, okay, the Illuminati. And it says, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the side of the pit. They shall see, so like it said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world? Oh, damn. It said that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Okay, it said all the kings of the nations, even of all them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Okay, so that's how you know who the scripture is talking about. Is Esau Edom. They the one they shook out kingdom. Okay, they made the world a wilderness. All right, the world is basically in the worst state that it's ever been. Okay, and they refused to open up the doors of their prison. Okay, so that's how you know we're talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and they're about to get brought down.
That's a good policy. You can say it's brought down to the earth. You know what I'm saying? So Esau about to be cast out. He about to be cast out of his heaven. Right? Heaven also goes in the rulership. You know, so Esau is in his heaven now. His heaven is about to get took away from him. He's about to be cast down. And that's when he's going to come to that great wrath because he's going to be mad. Like, oh, the reason I got cast out is because of Jake. Jake out there talking about Yahweh. Jake out there preaching. Jake out there being righteous. So I lost because of Jake. So that's when he's going to try to seek that woman, the remnant, the hopeful elect, that keep the laws and commandments, got the testimony of Yahweh. Yeah, so that right there is on the books, man. Esau's about to come out of power, man. Now Esau come out of power. Hey, he ain't together no more. You look at it back then, Esau used to be tight. Esau have all kind of problems. They come against Jake, Esau come together real quick. Now there's division among Esau. Who created that division? Yahweh created that division. And now they're about to fight each other, man. Now we get to sit there and say, white on white crime. Esau versus Esau, you know? And y'all stuff gonna be so bad. Like, people that's like, you know, in the background, they better not be close to that battle. They're gonna get blew up. They're gonna fight with missiles, ships, warships, you know, in the sea and in the air. You know, aircraft. So this thing about to get ugly. And what we're gonna try to say, hey, so you sheep out there, fortify your mind, prepare for the war that's about to come, man. You should be getting your wartime ready. Getting on, like Ox said, brother scripture earlier, getting your armor on. That way, when the wartime hit, hey, it's like you got your war already. You're going, you ready for war. Like, okay, yeah, I knew it was coming. Let's go. You know, I'm ready for you. Esau, hell no, I ain't about to go to your damn detention center. I know what you about to do to me over there. You know, you're going to be high now, got your little stuff put back. Hey, got your little pocket Bible. And plus, you're going to be sitting there praying. See, Yahweh saying that, man. Yahweh gonna answer you back. He gonna send, all kind of miracles and all kind of signs your way in order to guide you, so therefore you can see, his coming with all his glory and get yourself on the chariot. So that being said, man, I hope this been edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadah.
Kwam Yasharala Wa Baba Wa.
Kwam Yasharala, detail about the ball, baby.
Shalom, Bakatah.
Faith, Yasharala, keep that faith.
Shalom, shalom, GMS in his likeness. Shalom,
Yeah, I said that was fire. Yeah.